And welcome back to another episode of Born to Talk About Sports. I am your host, Steve Bourne, doing a little something different today. Instead of just the usual cell phone video, I'm doing a bit of I'm recording this on Zoom. This is more of a test to see if it'll work. And so today I'm going to talk about how we, as sports fans, need to support your smaller franchises, smaller leagues, not just the professionals, but like even low as AHL hockey or CHL hockey, junior hockey, or in basketball, going out to a Raptors 905. Baseball, if you're close to the Niagara border, going down to Buffalo to see the Bisons or make a bit of a trip to see Rochester, or if you're in Southern Ontario from Barrie to Welland, check out intercounty baseball. Um, Obviously, it's not on the same level anywhere near the Toronto Blue Jays, but you'll still see some entertaining baseball. And it's also just good to support out the locals. You've got all the way from the Barrie Bay Cats all the way down to keep going down to the Niagara border, the Welland Jackfish. You have your Toronto Maple Leafs, the historic team playing out of Christie Pitts on Bloor Street in Toronto, and then you've got teams like from Hamilton, you've got Guelph, Brantford, London. Uh, Again, like you say, all over the place in Southern Ontario, and I do think it is important that we as sports fans support these minor teams, not just for the humidity aspect of not humidity, sorry, but not from just the um what's the word I'm looking for here? Not just the financial aspect to keep these teams afloat, but it's also good family entertainment and it's relatively inexpensive, especially intercounty baseball or junior hockey. Um, I know for my friends in York Region right now, there's not a lot of really entertainment in sports entertainment in York Region. I mean, you have to go all the way to Barrie or down to Mississauga to see any minor or non-professional leagues is probably the best way to put it. But um, no, you'll see some great family entertainment. It's not as obviously as intense, but you do see like arguments between players and officials. I mean, that's just sports. But I do support everyone going out. They also have family theme nights. It was like just the Friday night on this past Friday. The Hamilton Cardinals had pro wrestling night, and they actually had some independent pro wrestlers from the area put on a little fun show during the seventh inning stretch. So I do suggest checking that stuff out. Um, like you say, good family entertainment, good, relatively inexpensive, and it's also just great to get out of the house sometimes. Um, Other thing I want to talk about today is with the NBA draft that's up. NHL draft is this week, and free agency in the NBA and NHL. This is, as a sports fan, this is probably one of the most fun times of the year because you know a lot is going to happen, especially in the NHL with the draft and free agency coming up. Yesterday on Saturday the 24th, we saw a ton of trade. We didn't see a ton of trades, sorry. We saw quite a few trades. A proposed trade between LA and Philly that or sorry, St. Louis and Philly that apparently hit a snag with one of the players to St. Louis not waiving their no trade clause. I mean, the rumor is that it's Torrey Krug and the Phillies just wants to flip him to a team that probably within the St. Louis division that they don't want, that St. Louis doesn't want to do a trade with, so they use Philly as a bit of a buffer. But then you've got these players out of Calgary, including Noah Hannafin, Michael Backlund, Tyler Toffoli, who have said with 1 year on their contract that they're not going to re-sign for an extension. So GM of Calgary um, now has the honor and duty of trying to flip these players before anything happens, so they don't become a distraction. And obviously, anyone thinks trade Calgary, they're going to think trade with their former GM Brad living in Toronto. Apparently, Noah Hannafin has said he doesn't want to play for a Canadian team. So you can write him off in the Leafs plans, but you can definitely the Leafs will definitely could use somebody like Tyler Toffoli or Michael Backlund. So again, it's just a matter of time. Philly apparently, like I said, they've traded Chris D'Angelo back to Carolina. Sean Dursey got flipped from LA to Arizona, and with 1 year left on his contract, good chance he gets flipped at the deadline. Um, I mean, we don't know if the Leafs are going to trade any of their core four. It's looking more and more like Willie Nylander is definitely a possibility, just because no one's apparently they haven't even talked contract extension, which leads me to believe that. And the rumors are that Matthews is close to signing a 3 year extension on July 1st, which is this Saturday, worth about 13 per year. If you believe, again, this is all rumors. This is not, I don't have any contacts or anything like that. But yeah, no, this is going to be a good fun time of the year. I do urge people out there to what's probably the best way to do this. Be careful what you read out there because a lot of it is just hearsay, BS, and rumors. Um, you really have to be careful what you read, especially on Twitter. Make sure those accounts are verified. Darren Dragers of the world, Chris Johnson, Elliot Friedman. Those are some of the best ones to do. Hell, even Frank Sertilli, formerly of TSN. Um, he's another good one to trust. But yeah, so when you're out there this week reading trade rumors or whatever, be careful what you read. It's a big week for these kids in the coming up from junior hockey getting drafted. Like I believe it's Wednesday night is the first night is round one, and then Thursday all day is rounds 2 through 7. Chicago Blackhawks have the first overall pick. It's a no brainer. They're taking Regina Pats standout Connor Bedard. Um, double IHF international player of this past season. The World Juniors he had was nothing short of phenomenal. Scored the OT winning goal in the gold medal game. Um, yeah, so and with the Ducks with the second overall pick right now, it looks like they're taking Adam Fertilli, um, who's going to be if this was almost any other draft, he'd be a easy number one. But I mean, Connor Bedard, there hasn't been much hype over a player like this probably since Austin Matthews, or even say his fellow Connor McDavid. So yeah, so like I said, and then it is apparently a deep draft. Those are the gimme 1-2s in this draft, sort of like with Matthews line A. You knew one was going one, you knew one was going two, and after that, it's help yourself. My Toronto Maple Leafs have the 20th overall pick. They got from Washington via Boston. Who knows what the Leafs are going to do with it? There's been speculation they're going to use it as a part of a trade for a roster player. Who knows if they use it to flip Matt Murray out of Toronto because the rumors are flying that the Leafs are either trying to trade him or a potential buyout. And if the Leafs buy out Murray, it's a $4 million savings this year and a $2 million hit for the year he's not there and his contract is over. So in short term, it makes sense, and especially if the cap's going up going up only 1 million, that's a $5 million in cap space right there. And if they do trade a William Nylander or somebody along those lines, again, that frees up 7 more million in cap space depending on the return. So right there, you're looking at 12 million extra on top of the 20 million cap space they already have, considering all the free agents they have. It's a no brainer. So I hope you all enjoy this new version. I'm still working with Zoom here and see if I can get get the logo in the back. Up until then, use the hashtag Born Sports. Tell me what you think of this new format, or should I just go back to the old tripod? But until then, enjoy the week, stay safe, and have a happy Canada Day.